All right, today we are going to be exploring the origins of BL manga, the various formats that it has taken over time, and how it has made the jump from page to screen. I'll also be sharing some resources on where you can read, watch, and buy BL content. So welcome to our talk, Manga Magic, exploring boys' love on the page. I'm so excited to jump into the genre with you today. BL, or boys' love, is a huge part of the manga world. Whether you're a longtime fan or you're somebody who's just starting to explore the genre, there is a lot to love and a lot to learn about BL. So before we get into it, little disclaimer. All of the information that I'm sharing comes from the perspective of an English-speaking international fan. I'll do my best to be accurate, but if I've made mistakes, please feel free to correct me in the comments section. So let's go. Now, BL is all about romantic relationships between male characters. It was originally created by women for women. Over time, it's become a genre that really reaches across all genders and sexualities, and it's welcoming a much wider audience. BL is intended for the audience that it resonates with. It doesn't matter your gender, your sexuality, your nationality. These stories are just meant to be celebrated and loved by all. So what exactly is BL? You may have heard a few different terms thrown around like yaoi or shounen-ai, but let's break those down a little bit. Yaoi is the term for BL that is a little bit more explicit. The term comes from this phrase. Now let me try to say this properly. Yamanashi, ochinashi, iminashi, which roughly means no climax, no plot, no meeting. That really actually made me laugh quite a bit. And on the other hand, so we have shounen-ai, which is more focused on emotional and romantic relationships. So these terms have really shaped the world of BL genre into what it is today, which is a genre that really has a little something for everybody. So whether you're here for heartwarming romance, or you're looking for something a little bit more saucy or intense, BL has you covered. But for the rest of this video, I'm just going to be using the term BL, which is boys' love. Now, BL has had a huge impact on the manga industry as a whole, both in Japan and worldwide. Focusing on the romantic relationships between male characters, it's really attracted a large fan base, which has led to increased sales, which has led to new readers entering the manga world. And BL stands out by exploring same-sex relationships and love, and it really challenges our traditional norms, provides more depth, and it allows people to see different types of relationships in media. BL's success has really opened the doors for more diverse and inclusive stories within manga. It's given LGBTQ plus creators a platform that share their experiences. It offers readers the chance to see themselves in these stories. So in order to really understand BL manga and where it came from, we need to take a trip back to the 1970s where it all began. The Year 24 group was a collective of female manga artists who completely transformed the shoujo manga genre. Before they came along, most girls' manga was written by men, and it featured stories that were very limited in its scope just because of society at that time. But these women had a different vision, and they started creating stories that they wanted to read. Stories that were bolder and independent and erotic. So this shift led to the birth of BL, with male characters at the center of new kinds of stories. One of the earliest BL works was called The Poem of Wind and Trees. So it was a 17-volume series about a tragic romance between two students at a boarding school in 19th century France. Manga really pushed the boundaries with its depiction of same-sex love. It included really controversial topics like rape and incest. It really shook things up. Another really early work of BL manga was one called The Heart of Thomas, which again is boys in a boarding school, but this time in Germany. And I'm just warning you, very intense. Another really key foundational aspect of BL was something that is called doujinshi, which basically was like the original fan fiction. So doujinshi is the Japanese term for self-published works, which often came in the form of magazines or mangas or novels. In the 1980s, yaoi parody manga was really popular, and it gained a lot of attention by reimagining boys from popular mangas and stories into romantic scenarios. This sounds very familiar, does it not? The popularity of this form of doujinshi actually gave these authors opportunities to create original works in BL magazines. So I just thought that was really cool. When I read about that, I just thought it was really, really cool. Now, BL isn't just confined to Japanese manga anymore. There's expanded borders and cultures. There are tons of new formats to explore. Like manhwa from South Korea, manhwa, I don't know how to say that, from China, which has its own unique style. For example, manga is generally black and white and it is read from the right to the left. Manhwa is generally in full color and it is read from left to right. Manhwa has some more realistic art style and can be read in various layouts depending on the platform. Other formats that we have were danmei, which is a Chinese genre of literature, anthologies, which is very popular in Japan, which are serialized stories. We have the doujinshi, which is the fan-created BL, which has a huge following. We also have Webtoons, which come out of South Korea. So I have this chart here that kind of just shows the basic differences between our main 3 types of BL content. Feel free to screenshot or pause and take a look at that. Hopefully you find it as interesting as I did. So I want to get a little bit more into Webtoons. These are hugely popular in South Korea. So Webtoons are designed for vertical scrolling, making them perfect for reading on your phone or your tablet. BL Webtoons like Semantic Error or Painter of the Night have become very huge. A lot of these are actually being adapted into print, which is so exciting. I have compiled a list here of different notable Webtoons that are very, very popular. Many of these have actually been adapted into print. Feel free to pause and screenshot these if you're wanting to maybe find them and read them yourself. At the end of this video, I will have some resources of where you can read these. You also might be wondering, why are some books wrapped in plastic? It's to keep in all the naughties. So let's talk how BL has made the leap from page to screen. There are so many amazing BL anime adaptations, and they are a great way to introduce new fans to the genre. BL adaptations do not stop at anime. We have seen an explosion of live action adaptations, specifically in South Korea and Thailand. These live action series often come with high production values, strong acting, and plenty of drama to get you hooked. However, adapting BL for manga or webtoons, anime or live action isn't always easy, and it does come with its own unique set of challenges. BL stories explore and focus same-sex relationships, so some places are more open to these types of stories and themes while others are not as accepting. It means that creators sometimes have to navigate censorship and have to find the right balance to reach a wider audience, and especially where LGBTQ plus content faces restrictions, there's often content changes. So BL manga or manhwa gets adapted into a live action or anime. A lot of the romantic or intimate scenes might be toned down to fit mainstream standards. So this can sometimes water down the emotional intensity of the original story, and that can upset fans who love those key moments. Like, I get that. Like, I totally get that. Audience expectations. Fans of BL are often really connected to those original stories. So when things are changed or were left out of it, can lead to like major disappointment. Casting the right actors for BL adaptations is crucial. Chemistry between the leads is so important, and fans expect actors who can embody the characters well. But there's also a lot of pressure in the industry. Actors might face stigma or typecasting for playing LGBTQ roles in a live action BL. There's also the balancing of the romance in the story. So BL stories often focus a lot on the romance. It can make it tough to balance the overall plot in adaptations. So if the romance is too dominant, it might simplify the story. But if it's downplayed, it could lose the original heart of the work. So it's a balance. The other challenge that we have is the stereotypes or the tropes. So a lot of BL adaptations rely too much on outdated stereotypes or common tropes, like the dominant submissive roles. These portrayals can feel problematic, and a lot of modern audiences want more complex, realistic characters. Adapting anything is a challenge. There are unique challenges that come along when you want to adapt BL specifically. Here are some awesome examples of animes that have been adapted from manga or manhwa. So we have Tadaimi Okeeri, which was groundbreaking because it's Omegaverse, which could be an entire other video maybe that I will make. We will see. But this is a most adorable slice of life show. I absolutely loved it. Sasaki and Miyano, another one of my absolute favorites. We have Love Stage, World's Greatest First Love, Given. Tears warning for that one. I can't say this one very well. Hitorishimi, My Hero. Twilight Out of Focus, which just ended recently. Antidote. We have Stranger by the Sea. We have Junjo Romantica, which is actually a huge, there's a lot of shows connected to that. We have Dakaishi, Being Harassed by the World's Sexiest Man. That one is actually really, really funny. Super Lovers, Gaikyu Heaven, number 6, Classmates, Cherry Magic. I want to also tell you, I haven't seen all of these, so I can't vouch for them all, but these are just some that I found in my research. Next, I have a few examples of Korean live action adaptations. So some of these books are available in print, but most of them are available in Webtoon online. So my absolute ride or die favorite is Cherry Blossoms After Winter. I could watch and talk about that show until the end of time. So we have that. Semantic Error, another amazing show. The New Recruit, or The New Employee. And then we have Oh My Assistant. The thing with Korean BLs and the adaptations, they're usually way too short. They're so cute. Love Tractor, The Director Who Buys Me Dinner, Unintentional Love Story, Blooming. Here are some examples out of Japan. There are so many. My Beautiful Man franchise, there's many of them. Old Fashioned Cupcake at 2,500 in Akasaka, which I literally just bought. Cherry Magic. Given, which also again has a anime, and My Personal Weatherman, The End of the World with You, and Candy Color Paradox. Tokyo in April is One Room Angel, Mood Indigo, which is very, very spicy. Senpai, This Can't Be Love. I just bought that too. I only have a few Thai adaptations from manga. We have Cherry Magic, My Love Mix-Up, and Osan's Love. And all three of these actually have a Japanese live action as well. These ones are actually in the reverse. So these were from novels to shows, and now they're being adapted into manga, which is really, really cool. So we have Until We Meet Again, which is an amazing show. And volume 1 and 2 so far of The Red Thread is absolutely amazing. We have Sodus, we have Manner of Death, and we have Together. So if you're ready to dive into the crazy world of BL, here's where you're gonna find it. Crunchyroll, Viki, Gaga Ulala, YouTube, WeTV, Hi TV, Aichi, Netflix. So really depending on where you live is what you'll have access to. Please stream legally. Where you can read. I've not visited all of these sites, so I'm not responsible if there's something, I don't know. We have Manta, Webtoon, AO3 for fanfics. Meeb Market, you can find a lot of translated works from Thai novels and stuff like that. Kindle, Happy Toon, Tapas Comics, Zin Comics, and Tumix. Now where you want to buy, again, definitely depends where you live. Access Meeb, you can access Amazon, and you can access Crunchyroll. So for me, I'm in Canada. Two of the places that I primarily buy, other than a few independent bookstores, is Chapters Indigo. And then we also have this multimedia warehouse out of Vancouver that ships everywhere called C&L Multimedia. But in the US, some of the names that were given to me by some mutuals were Tokyo Pop. You can apparently buy straight from that publisher, Books A Million, and Barnes & Noble. So here's some more resources. Goodreads has generally most manga. My drama list is the go-to for anything to do with live action. My anime list, Crunchyroll, they not only have shows, but they have a lot of information there. Seven Seas Entertainment, Tokyo Pop, Sublime, and Yen Press are all publishers of BL content, so you can check out their Instagrams and their websites for lots of really great information. That wraps up our exploration of BL manga and how it has taken a leap from where it began to the on-screen adaptations that we get to enjoy today. I hope that it gave you a really fun and informative look into this genre. So whether you're a fan or you're really new to it, BL has come a really long way. Please drop your recommendations down in this comment section. I would love just to see this filled. Any BL content. Let's go.